Video diary for Wednesday, June 26th, 2024. Um, Things were going really well last night until insomnia kicked in. I went to bed normal time, like 10:30, and then woke up at about 1:30, and man, just couldn't get to sleep. Finally went to bed around 6, 7, just in time for Josie's alarm to go off. And my stomach was upset last night. Um, so you know what that entails. We don't have to go over the details. It's gross. It's a continuing problem with chemo. You know, what's the nicest way to put this? You don't do a whole lot of nothing for a while, and then you do a whole lot of something for a while. So let's put it that way. So yeah, I slept like garbage. Get this mic back a little hot. I slept like garbage. Man, these little LaCroix, Josie's been on these. Pineapple strawberry. Good stuff. I'm a fan. Yeah, just in time for Josie's alarm to go off. And I managed to crawl my butt out of bed. Pretty pretty rough looking. And make it to my endocrinology appointment at 8:30 downtown. And good news, I can stop taking my methimazole, whatever the hell that is, some hyperthyroid medicine. I guess my labs are looking better. Yay. We'll check in 5 weeks. More blood work. Fighting nosebleeds once again today. After the hospital, I went to Wally's because seriously, man, I just could not. I couldn't fathom coming home and cooking. It was bad. Really bad. So, it's a funny story at Wally's. Sitting there, and like the guy 2 booths down from me, older black guy, maybe a regular, I'm not sure, but he had a very particular way he wanted to eat, and not like eat his food, but like his dining experience. So, if you've ever been in a diner, the waitresses and the wait staff, they're pretty much coming by very, very regularly. Hey, can I top off your coffee? You ready to order? You ready to order? You know, they're just trying to get you going. And this guy just was not having it. He was very upset that anybody wanted to top off his coffee or take his order. And he's like, I'll just pay now. I'll just pay now and get out of here. Get out of here. Y'all just really trying to push me out the door. And the waitresses, they're the sweetest in the world, obviously. They're like, oh no, we just don't want you to be waiting and stuff like that. And he's like, well, go talk to so and so. I guess it's his regular waitress. She knows how I like to eat. And then the poor unlucky lady, poor unlucky waitress that was like the next one. She was, hey, can I top off your coffee? And he's just like, quote unquote, y'all wearing me out. He's like, here's how this is gonna go. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna drink this cup of coffee. Then I'm gonna order my food, and then I'm gonna have another cup of coffee, and then I'm gonna pay and leave. So I'm trying to save you time and effort. He's trying to. He's definitely trying to like make himself not be the bad guy here. But I mean, waitresses are just doing waitress things. I mean, if you've ever been to a diner and drink bottomless coffee, I mean, they come in and just like give you a splash every 2 minutes. Like they see an inch of lip in the cup. They're like, top you off? Sure. I don't even say no anymore, man. It's too much hassle. Just top me off, girl. Whatever. I'll drink it all. And this guy, it just offended his dining experience. And there's a guy, the booth over to me. I'm facing him, and I'm literally like waiting on my food like this, like slouched in my chair, like I just cannot keep my head up. I'm so exhausted. I think I got like 3-4 hours of sleep, and I just want to be home, back sleeping. I'm like this, and he's laughing, hard. His back's to the guy, and I just kind of look up, and we make eye contact. And I start smiling. He just shakes his head, I shake my head and just go back to close my eyes, waiting for my food to come. And like we bonded, and I felt good to bond with a stranger over another stranger's agony. I guess in a diner of all places. and and the best part is like even after he gave his long monologue about how he's going to eat breakfast, he gets on the phone. He's got like an earpiece in. He gets on the phone and just starts bitching to the person that he's talking to about his experience there, like in front of everybody. And it's just hilarious. And in the weirdest way, it kind of made my morning. So never a dull moment, I guess. And it's like that's not even the most exciting story in the world, but it's just funny, the kind of the people watching and stuff like that. So um, kind of helped me wake up, I guess, a little bit. Um, Silly thing, I've been on the prowl looking for a touchless car wash because I still cannot manage to get the car washed um, due to just my body, I guess. Whatever. So I think I found one. May try it today or tomorrow. I'm really hoping. Excuse me, a burpee. I'm really hoping that I like feel good tomorrow because I'd like to go hang out with my cousin Phil. He's given me an open invite to listen to some records and albums, and I thought today was that day. And then the insomnia got me, and I came home and I don't know if I slept or not. I laid in the bed and it's like you ever lay down or do something and you just wake up. You don't even wake up. You just suddenly realize you're present. You're in a different what's the word? You're like in a, I don't know. Your surroundings are just different than what you last remember them. So to me, in my head, I must have slept, but maybe I didn't. I looked at the clock and it certainly didn't seem like I slept, but man, if I did, it was like the best 5-minute power nap ever. I still felt like garbage afterwards, but whatever. Um, Other than that, pretty clear for the rest of the week. I got to follow up with Sarah Cannon tomorrow. I haven't heard anything about trials yet. I'm getting a little antsy, obviously. And yeah, well, what's the news? It's time to start scheduling biopsies, and paperwork, signatures, and blah, 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 blah. So, need to get that done. Otherwise, it's 96 degrees out today, and I ain't going out in it. That's too hot for me. I really don't have the tolerance for the heat anymore since chemo. It's I don't want to say it's a shame, but I mean, I just can't do it. It wears me out. Oh, what I wanted to talk about. So last night when I couldn't sleep, laying in bed. So I don't know if you know or not. I sleep on a wedge, so it's like a flat and then like wedges up. Because I did in the past, and sometimes I still do now. I have problems with fluid in my lungs. Not in the lungs, but in the pleura. Google it. You can get fluid in your pleura, and it causes all kinds of problems. If it's a problem, I got it probably. But anyways, I sleep up on a wedge, and like, I don't know if it was real or if I convinced myself, like in this half asleep stupor, that my breathing was better because I felt like I was like laying in bed and I started doing these breathing exercises, like just deep breaths, as deep as I could muster. I mean, in years past, my deep breaths were big, but now they're kind of little small things. But anyways, in bed last night, I felt like I was almost making progress. Like my lungs were like stuck together, and I could breathe them apart almost like that, and like gain lung capacity. In my head, I was like expanding my lungs and helping with my breathing. Not sure if that's real or not. I mean, my walking today at the hospital was a little bit easier, but not as much as like I thought it would be because of kind of the story I told myself in my head last night. So I'm not really sure if I actually helped out my lung capacity, but it's interesting nonetheless, like whether you think you are or you actually are, the mind can do interesting things for you because you feel a lot of different sensations in the lungs with smaller capacity, and then also trying to expand the capacity once it's reduced. a lot of tightness, a lot of pinpoint pain. I would imagine those are tumors like in the pleura space, kind of like, um, imagine it like that's the tumor on the pleura, and this is your lung expanding. It's kind of pushing on it, causing pinpoint pain and stuff like that. So I imagine that might be some of it. But anyways, I like to imagine at least that my lung volume's getting better, and I'll keep doing like what I can. It's like deep breaths and holds, much like they taught us in band or swimming, to expand and hold lung volume. So I do the best I can with that, and hope for the best. Once I get talking with the lung doctor, we'll see what they say, and maybe they got something good for me. The dog's just over here sleeping. Been sleeping all day. Lucky dog. So tomorrow's a doctor-free day. Tomorrow's Thursday. Friday is another doctor-free day. May get to see my friend John on Friday, and my Aunt Kathy and Uncle Len might be rolling through town on Saturday on their way to Dollywood, and it'd be good to see them too. So hopefully get to see some good people real soon, catch up, FaceTime. It's always really good. Other than that, I think that's about it. All right, love you, Cam.